Hello, and thank you for joining me today at Community Kitchens at Home Edition. My name is Pauline, and welcome to my kitchen. Now, before we begin, let's take 20 to 30 seconds and wash our hands with some warm water and soap. For this recipe, you will need 2 stalks of celery sliced, 3 carrots sliced, 1 bell pepper sliced, 1 small package of snow peas, 1 small package of sliced mushrooms, 4 to 5 green onions chopped, 3 chicken breasts cut into bite-sized pieces, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of ginger minced, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1½ cups of chicken broth, salt and pepper to taste, and Chinese egg noodles pre-cooked. Before we begin, we're going to put a damp cloth under our cutting board to keep it from moving around while we're cutting. We're going to start by preparing all the vegetables for the stir fry. Here I'm cutting up the celery in tiny dices. Then we're going to move on to our peppers. Any color pepper will do. Cut the pepper in half, take out the core and the seeds, and slice thinly. Next, for the carrot, I'm going to cut it on the diagonal, which just gives it a little bit more of a surface area in order to cook more evenly and quickly. If your carrot is really thick, cut it in half first. Next, we're going to move on to our onions. Remove the root end, which can be planted in water later on to keep some green onions growing in your house. And then we're going to simply gather them together and cut into fine pieces. Next, we're going to cut our chicken. Cut the breasts in half and slice into bite-sized pieces, making sure to keep all of the pieces about the same size so that they cook evenly. Place a large wok or frying pan on a burner over medium-high heat. Add in your oil and your cut chicken breast. You can also use chicken thighs in this recipe as well. We're going to season with salt and pepper to taste and give it a good stir. We're going to cook until the chicken is cooked through and is no longer pink. While the chicken is cooking, it's the perfect time to make up the sauce for the stir fry. First, make sure that you stir the cornstarch into the soy sauce. Mix well so that there's no lumps, and then add in all the rest of the ingredients, making sure to stir until everything is completely combined. The sauce can now sit and wait until we are done with the rest of the stir fry. Now that the chicken is fully cooked, remove from your wok or your frying pan, place in a bowl, and set aside until later. Next, add in the carrots and celery, as they are the hardest vegetables and will take the longest to cook. We're going to season with salt and pepper to taste, give it a good stir, and cook until they start to soften. Next, we can add in all of our other vegetables, season with salt and pepper again to taste, give it a good stir, and add the lid and cook until the desired tenderness. Once your vegetables are tender, make a well in the center, add in your sauce, and whisk to make sure that there are no lumps. Once we have the sauce added in, stir into the vegetables and bring to a boil. Once the mixture reaches a boil, it will be as thick as it will get, and this is where you can add extra water or extra cornstarch if needed. Now that our sauce has become thickened, we're going to add in our chicken and stir to mix. You can let this cook until the chicken comes back up to temperature. Then we'll add in some of the noodles that we pre-cooked. Now when you pre-cook your noodles, make sure that you add some oil to the noodles or else they will stick together even worse than these ones did. Stir all your noodles into the stir fry, and you're ready to serve. To catch new episodes, make sure you go to Algoma Family Services Facebook page. And if you want to see some other episodes, head on over to YouTube, Algoma Family Services, and you can see lots there. Hope to see you next time.